A short time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, we were told that this is good graphics. I beg to differ. So, I'm doing a Marvel Strike Force video, but let's make this clear, right? First of all, I've got my Star Wars cap on. That's still where the focus of the channel will mostly be. However, I don't know about anyone else, Galaxy of Heroes has just gone stale. And I'm saying I don't know about anyone else because I know there are a lot of people who think that. So, I feel like Marvel Strike Force deserves more of my attention, let alone everyone else's. So that's the point of this video. I want to just try and talk about a few things that, at least for beginning players who are coming over to this game, they might be wondering. So I'm going to log into my account and let's have a look, see what Marvel Strike Force does just a little bit differently compared to Galaxy of Heroes. Right, I think it's worth talking about one of the big elephants in the room. Just the level of attention that the game's been given. I mean, this is just a loading screen. And you can immediately tell they've put more attention into it, just for the fact that this is updated every quarter, I think. It might even be more regularly. So, at the moment, the big thing in the game is X-Force. They've had a bit of an update, so Domino, X-23, they've come into the game with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and they've basically revitalised that faction, who had only at that point got Deadpool and Cable. So, they promote them on the front page. Brilliant idea. Why Galaxy of Heroes has never done that, I do not know. We've just had one update in the past 12 months or so I don't get that. Okay, we're on to the first downside, I would argue. They do push the prices quite a lot. Now, Galaxy of Heroes has started doing that with the Hyperdrive bundle, which really gets on my nerves, pushing a $99.99 pack on me. But this one here, where it advertises $48.99, isn't as regular. They usually do more cheaper packs as far as pushing them onto you. So I think this is just a case that Negasonic's the in thing at the moment. I'm not saying they don't, but I think if you're worried about the packs, yes, you will get more of them a bit more persistently, but you just have to click off them. So, I've got a lot going on here. What's the same, what's different? We've got campaigns. Nice and simple thing to start with. So, like Galaxy of Heroes, you've got light side battles, you've got dark side battles, and then this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. So the Nexus, that's the equivalent of Cantina. You can use light side, dark side, any type of toon. So Nexus is probably the one you can get through the fastest. I wouldn't say heroes and villains are slow, but I found the villain teams quite hard to build. So if you've got a good light side team, you can get through the Nexus. The next two are the tricky ones. Cosmic Conflicts, you're only allowed cosmic characters, as the name suggests. Similarly, you're only allowed Mystic characters for Mystic Forces Rising. Now, personally, I'm still struggling on this. If I just go into Mystic Forces Rising, I'm still on 2.8 when there are 3 levels of this, so don't expect to race through it. I'm level 75 now. I consider myself beginning to mid-game as far as my player level. I've just got over 1 million collection power, but yeah, wouldn't consider that I am anywhere near done here because I still need to get through this level. This brings me on to a point of what's different. Campaign isn't just about beating wave after wave of enemies. Like with this one, I can actually try and play this. I did this on stream yesterday, but I will go through it again. And it's the idea that you've got a story to begin with, so I'm going to skip the story just for save that, but you do get a story. So that is, again, something that Star Wars hasn't done. The other different thing here is that we've got to pick a very specific squad, and I haven't worked this out yet, so if anyone does know the best team comp to get through this tier, let me know in the comments. But the idea is, we've got only Mystic characters we can choose from, but we've also got to protect NPCs. So it's a little bit weird. Let me just pick a team and then we'll go into it and just show you what's going on. Okay, I'm going to bring this up straight away just to be clear. But this is where it is different. I'm moving the camera just so you can see this without any difficulty. But first objective, protect the shield resistance prisoners and defeat all enemies to win. So we're going to just spawn them in. There we go. So Doctor Strange is also given to us as like an AI thing. We can use him. So yeah, this way it gets weird. We've got 2 Doctor Stranges on the team. Let's just bring the camera back. So you can see we've got a shield trooper down here. That's got very little health. And we've got a medic, I believe, up there with very little health as well. So, essentially, I need to be able to defeat 13 enemies whilst keeping these 2 alive. That is the objective. So, first thing I can think of is let's just try and cause some damage. So these two are probably the big damage dealers on that side, so let's knock them out. Okay, I won't use a basic at this point because I think I need to save Mordo's big AoE for the next wave. So let's do a basic again. Team up with M'Baku. That's another thing that they do differently. There are a lot of assist moves. So Wakandans, for instance, they'll assist each other at times, especially with Okoye in the team. Hopefully I'm not overloading people here. Right, so we've got these two here, the Grenadier and the Rifle Trooper. Let's just try and hit the Rifle Trooper. Every character has 3 abilities. They have the basic, the special, and their ultimate. So we'll use basics for now, just to get through them. So just try and whittle through this. I've gone straight into gameplay because I want to just show a key difference that, in my opinion, is important. I'm actually going to put this on 3x, just try and speed through it a little. So let's go do that. The graphics are brilliant, and I do love showing them off, but maybe not the most important thing right now. We're popping a taunt up with M'Baku. Let's try that, and let's put everyone under stealth with Loki's ultimate. So let's do that. He also spawns 2 mini Lokis. So let's do a basic. This is where it gets messy. That is a lot to deal with. So yeah, this is basically trying to work out the one that's going to cause the most trouble, and I think Nick Fury could be a pain here. So let's try and do something here. Let's do a basic for now, because I think that might be better when I'm trying to clear status effects. Let's do a basic. Okay. They've got a few positive effects, and Doctor Strange special here, it apply 1 random negative effect against the primary target and a chance to flip all positive effects. So hopefully we can do that. There we go, flip them speed up to speed down. Okay, and we've still got it for the other Strange. This is where it's handy. So I'm going to try and get rid of Fury. I've got Black Panther now. And let me just see, where is he over here? I think he's hiding there. I don't think he's got charge, but I'm going to use this 3rd ultimate ability anyway. The charge in this game is essentially a status effect that changes an ability. So a charge with... when a character is non-charged, they'll do one thing. When they're charged, they'll do another thing. And you can stack charge, so it makes the ability more powerful. That's the most simple way I can describe that. Okay, so we got a little bit of damage on Fury there. Fury's a big character in the, or it was sort of a big character in the game, so that's why I'm trying to deal with him. He could really charge up the team. So we've got a ultimate here from M'Baku, so I'm going to try and do that, just see if we can chain it to Fury. Got a little bit of damage on him again. Could really do with Doctor Strange coming out again, because I need to get rid of that taunt. In the meantime, I'm going to try and apply blind on the team with Mordo, so I can blind up 3 targets of 50% chance. Let's try to do that. Okay, that might help. Them 3 could be a pain, so it could be quite helpful. Now we're going to use Hawkeye. Again, he's got blind on this, so apply a blind to the primary target plus 50% to 3 additional targets. So let's try that. Yeah, quite a bit blind. We got on Fury as well. The whole key of this is trying to keep them 2 shield troopers alive. So Fury's under stealth, that isn't great, so we're just going to have to go off the taunting tanks right now. We've lost 1 of them, that isn't good. There's a chance that we can revive with Strange later on, so let's hope we can do that. In the meantime, can we get rid of some of these status effects? Yes, we can. Okay. Trouble is, we've lost the shield trooper. Okay, so that's the mission lost, and yeah, this is where it's difficult. So, that is just one part of the game. You do have your normal wave battles, you know, you defeat 10 enemies, you get to the next battle, but these are the ones that can trip you up, so do keep that in mind. So I've just spent 10 minutes talking that over, but what else is similar? Well, we've got Arena. Arena's pretty simple. You know, you're basically climbing in your shard, you're trying to get to the top wherever. I'm currently ranked 372. If I go to the rankings, you can see who's top of my shard, and that would be this team with, let's see, we've got Karnak, Black Bolt, Phoenix, Colossus, and Ebony Moore. So there's a lot of variety in the meta in this game. I mean, if I go to number 2, I would wager there's going to be a different team. Yeah, we've got Thanos, Ebony Maw. So they've got a full Black Order by the looks of it, yeah. So this is a very interesting game for that reason. You're not going to just come up against Ray and Skylo at the top, maybe Gas. You know, you're going to have a lot of different combos. So that's my opinion right now. Obviously, it could change as time goes on, but at the moment, it does seem like a very flexible meta. You're not going to be able to get up there with your first team, but if you do get your first team fairly quickly in a new shard, you never know, you might be able to stay up there. Okay, so I'm not going to do an arena battle now. Once again as well, packs show up, blah, blah, blah. We got challenges. Again, same as Galaxy of Heroes, you've got your challenges every day. Today it's gold and medical supply run. Now, medical supply run, that is in relation to Blitz. So it just allows you to like get your Blitz charges and you get your health packs. I'll come on to Blitz in a minute. The health packs, I believe, are in relation to raids. Let me just double check that. Yeah, that'll be raids. Now, that is different to Galaxy of Heroes. I'm going to get onto the difference in a minute, but for now, that's challenges. Okay. The other thing we get orbs. Orbs are like bronziums in some ways. So you usually get 2 when you've done your day, some of your activities or when you log in. So I get a shard of Hallow here, and what else am I going to get? Ant-Man. Alright. Equally, we have a whole store devoted to that, so this is like shipments with all your little stores. So let's see. Get some training materials. And if I go down to the bottom, I'm just going to buy some cheap stuff just to essentially do my daily activity. So yeah, now if we go into the orb store. Red orbs, that is something for a whole different topic, and you don't have to worry about it till about level 50, I think, so I will cover that in a separate video, I believe. Well, yeah, you will get the red star orb at some point, it's worth keeping an eye on. You can see I'm hoarding them, so if you're at that point, hoard them if you're waiting for more information. Okay, so I'm looking down here, I haven't got any other orbs available, so I'm just going to skip along to the other stores. Blitz, I'll detail Blitz a bit more specifically in a moment, but in the meantime, it's just another store. So you've got characters in here. At the moment, I'm farming Rhino to 7 stars, so I just need 500 Blitz to purchase it. Raid store, again, I'll cover raids in a minute, but this one rotates. It's like in Galaxy of Heroes, the guild store. So, yeah, with this, I wouldn't really go for any of these at the moment. I've got Namor unlocked, so I don't really want to get focused too much on him right now. I'd rather save the credits for gear if I need it. So yeah, I'm just going to hold on to that for now. The ones I want, they aren't here. Arena store. Again, same principle, climb an arena, you get arena credits during the day. I'm farming Mordo, so can I afford that? Yes, I can, so I'll buy it. Next one, war store. You get that for competing in war. Cable, I'll grab some cable just while he's here. Nice and easy. And the final one is red stars, and again, I'll cover this more in detail, but I'm not going to get any of these because I don't want any of these yet. So, that's the stores done. Now, the final thing I would say is similar is war. It's similar, but not the same. Okay, so you can see it, wartime in my alliance is 7 PM, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So that's when we go on the attack. In the meantime, I can set a defense. Now, this sounds very similar to Territory Wars and Galaxy of Heroes. There is a slight difference. So, this is my current defense. Hopefully my alliance doesn't mind me sharing this, but to be honest, it is quite rubbish. Let's take away the camera a sec so people can actually see this. So, the idea is our guild, or our alliance strategy is to put weak teams at the front to basically lure people into a bit of a full sense of security. So, I've got my power armor team at the front. I've got some mishmash team here just because I've run out of teams. I've got a shield team next that hasn't got Nick Fury, so it's a bit weak. I've then got Wakandans. I've got Fantastic Four with Captain Marvel, which now I see that I could do with editing, so let's just take Captain Marvel out of there. And I'm going to shove in Namor, because he does work much better with this team for some reason. Comic book fans, please explain that to me, because I don't really get it. But yeah, Namor's in there now. So, just moving along. Then we've got Kree Minions with Minerva. Minerva is probably one of the best characters in the game. She is only available in one place, so if you get shards for it, thank your lucky stars. Next along, we've got the Mystic Controllers, the villain Mystic Controllers. These 5 here are required to get Phoenix, who is still one of the best characters in the game, so I've just clubbed them together because I haven't got teams for the individuals. So, just something to keep in mind, but nothing else. Final team I've got is Defenders, and I would argue that they are the best starting team in the game still, even though Guardians probably push them very close. So it depends what your thought process is, if you want to go for a legendary straight away, or if you want to just push for something else. But yeah, if you're going for a legendary, Defenders aren't going to do you anything, but they are good for ability mats every now and again when you get the Block Party event, where that's his equivalent of like Credit Iced, but for ability mats. So Defenders are worthwhile, but if you want the legendary early on, go Guardians, try and get Star-Lord. Now, I've just whittled through my defense there, but what I would say is what's different. And let's try and find someone in my alliance who's like this. I think this would be a good place. So, Unigard, I think he's similar to me, he's not that big a player. Now, he's put 3 teams down, but if you've noticed here, he's got 3 very similar looking shield teams. That's the beauty of the game. If you haven't got enough teams, you can place a shield team on defense. It's the same power, and admittedly it can only take 1 big character to wipe it out, but it's just something that can hold the fort. It's called the guard team, as you can see. And it's just very useful, just in the sense that if you have got a very small alliance, or you're building an alliance, the guard team can just be something that you can mix in there just to have a half defense, essentially. So if you're just building up, it's something to keep in mind, because as you can see, you put a few shield teams down and then put something big at the end. That way, it just might catch someone out if they're thinking, oh yeah, it's all shield teams, I use my big tunes, oh damn, I've got this left. So worth keeping in mind that. Also, each room does have specific bonuses, so if we just go to engineering for argument's sake, this room applies defense up to all defending allies, so wipe this out, it might make the offense a little easier. So just little things like that, definitely worth keeping in mind. Next topic, and we're off to raid someone now. Well, we aren't actually raiding someone, that's the disappointing thing about raids. It doesn't feel like you're raiding. So, another pack. Raids here are more like Galactic War in Galaxy of Heroes, with a slight caveat that you're doing this all at the same time. So let's join here. Let's go preview. And this is the raid. Now, can I just zoom out of here? I can't really zoom out, but it's the idea that everyone has got a set path on a raid, and you have to assign it as a captain or a commander of the alliance. So I'm in this 3rd one here, this Strike Team 3, and I share a path with Jake here. Now, I find this a little bit awkward myself, because if he joins early like he has here, I can't really do much. I just have to join, sit here, and hope that if he can't do something, maybe I can join in. But he's joined very early, so how I understand it, I can't interfere with his path. If I do that, it means he can't take turns, and therefore, if I get stuck, he can't help. That's my understanding. Now, if someone who knows Marvel Strike Force a lot better than I do can explain that more clearly, I would appreciate that in the comments, and I will pin the comment. For the very simple reason, I still am a bit of a novice to this game, and I need to talk more with my alliance in regards to this, but I wanted to bring it up here and now how my understanding of it is, just so that anyone who's just coming in, they at least know what the idea of routes are. So as you can see, Jake's here, and this is the route we'd go down. We'd go all down this side, and we'd work our way up to here, to the back wall. Now, you might be thinking, well, why can't you go any other way? Like I say, if you block someone else, they can't progress. So it's the idea you want to try and get as many people completing as many battles as possible. So I'm not going to do it just because, like I say, I'll block him, but if I click here, here's a battle. If I click here, there's a battle. And so on. You just keep doing battle after battle until you get to the back. The aim of a raid is to get 100% completion. So as you can see up the left at the moment, we are now at 3.85% completed after just about an hour and 15 done just short of. So hopefully within the next 22 hours we can get 100% completion, move on. But if we can't, then we try again. That's the aim every day. If everyone gets 600 tickets a day, we should be able to launch a raid every day. So yeah, it's very similar to raids in a sense of Galaxy of Heroes as far as tickets. but it's very similar to the Galactic War as far as how to approach it. Every time you finish a battle, the team that you've just used carries over. So if I put my defenders in, for instance, and I win, all the cooldowns and the turns will be ready from the previous battle. So it's preloaded on your side. So keep that in mind as well. If you've got, say, Daredevil and you want to wipe someone out, don't use the special ultimate if you can use a basic, for instance. That way you've got the special and ultimate saved. So hopefully I've explained raids a little bit there. If anyone would like more explanation on this, like I say, I'm trying to do research for my own benefit, but if you'd like further information, ask me. I'll try and write a comment at the very least to answer questions. If not, maybe I can make another video detailing it more once I have a further understanding. Onto the one mode that I think it makes this game really, Blitz. And Blitz is essentially a little sandbox. You can try your teams out, see how they work. And the beauty of it is, you'll always be up against a team that is of smaller power. So if I just take my camera away again, you can see here that my team's power is 72,681. My opponent, that has been randomly picked by Blitz, is 60,000. I can click new opponent each time, and power will always remain under mine. So if I click change team here, and I just select another team from my save squads. Let's see, I could go for Wakandans, but I don't particularly want to do that. Let's pop shield just for a second. So they're all shield minions, they wouldn't be a great team, but let's click ready. My power is now, just to get rid of the camera again, my power is 35,391, whereas my opponent is 30,752. So it's the idea that I will always come up against a smaller opponent, at least to begin with. As you push on, you will come up against tougher opponents, and that shows by the gauge here. So you go through tiers when you do Blitz. So I'm currently at milestone 8. And I just work my way down until I get to milestone 14. And that's on the way you get your Blitz credits, you get Blitz orbs, which is another way of getting the Blitz characters. You get gold, and you will get shards. So Night Nurse is the current Blitz reward. So it's very good. I really wish Galaxy of Heroes would do this, just in the sense that I would love it if you could, say, get Darth Nihilus just by playing a game mode constantly. You know, it's someone who I've always seemed to struggle to find time to farm. I mean, Baze Malbus as well, he's another one. I've just loved the idea that you could have him as a reward just for basically playing the same team over and over. So that's just my little rant there about Galaxy of Heroes, I know, but let me just show you why it works so perfectly. So I'm going to switch this back, I'm going to put Fantastic Four in just to show them off a bit. But yeah, I just think it's a great idea for a game mode. I mean, this is... let's go for this team. It's not optimised, but it's got a few characters in. That might be interesting. And this is the beauty of level Blitz. Whether you're level 1 or you're level 75, you can auto this. In theory, anyway. There's just no difficulty to the mode, and it's a good thing because it does mean that you've got a safe area where you can just try teams out and see how they're working. So with Fantastic Four, it gives you an idea where you can explore the kit, you can see how it operates, and you can get a gauge for the team. Is it good? Is it bad? Can it take on tough stuff? Can it take on easy stuff? Etc. So it's just a little fun play box. It's nothing more, but it gives you rewards for trying stuff out. So I would definitely encourage people to spend as much time in Blitz if they can. The difficulty is it is a bit time absorbing because you can go on for about 20 minutes just doing Blitz battles. So while you can leave it on auto, you do have to keep an eye on it, obviously. So yeah, it depends how much time you've got. I tend to just do my 2 Blitz battles a day and I'll leave it. But equally, I know that the rewards can be great in here, so there's sometimes a great incentive for actually pushing on and trying to do more battles. So let's go on to something else now, because this is just going to be an auto win. Okay, moving on. What else have we got? Well, the one thing that might catch your eye, even if you haven't unlocked it or it isn't available, Dark Dimension. Now, I'm bringing this up even though I haven't done it, but I think it's important to at least explain what goes on. So, Dark Dimension, you've got 3 tiers. Tier 1, it requires 6-star characters. Sounds pretty simple, but you will need some synergy. So, do keep that in mind. I'm tempted to try and farm my Guardians of the Galaxy up to 6-star just so I can go for it, because the way I see it, it's not anything great as far as rewards. You do get good gear. It's the equivalent to gear 12, 13 gear. But yeah, I'm not overly won over by it. Maybe that's just because I'm a noob. I do admit that I'm still new to this game, so I do need to push more for 6 and 7 stars on my characters. A lot of events only really require 5-star unlocks, so I've only gone for 5 stars, but I think this is an incentive to try and push a bit higher in some cases for 6. However, Fear of the Darkness 2, or Fear the Darkness Dark Dimension 2, you can get Ultron as a reward. So, yeah, this is definitely worth it. Ultron is one of the best characters in the game. I couldn't really explain why. I haven't come up against him. So I feel like I'm being very simplistic here, but Ultron is one of the endgame characters. You want him, you're going to need him. So, 310 shards you'll get by completing Fear of the Darkness 2. It's like a little mini raid, just to be clear. I would go in, but I don't want to join. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. It's something you want to work towards. It requires gear tier 13, and for context, again, I've been playing this account for a year, and my highest character so far is gear 12. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit off with Vulture here, and to be honest, I'm not sure I want to give him this piece, because even though there's a temptation to take my sins to 6 star and maybe do that, I'm not convinced he'd be that good at getting Ultron. So, yeah, you got to weigh it up. There are very specific teams for Fear of the Darkness and Dark Dimension 2, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I wouldn't really just randomly gear 13 characters. You're going to need specific ones. This is why I brought up Minerva earlier. No matter what team comp you come up with, you will need Minerva. So if you see her shards, if you find opportunities to get orbs that have got her, or you can buy shards for her, I would advise doing it, because I've been playing a year and I've only got 30 out of 55 shards. She has 2-star. So yeah, you really want to work on her. Now, one last thing, because I believe that this is just generally, like I say, it's an intro guide as best as I can. I've tried to show what is the same, what is different to Galaxy of Heroes for those players from that game. But yeah, I think the basic question would be where to start. And yeah, I mean, oh, I'm sorry, I've just seen this. Star Wars coming, yay! I might actually do that event on stream now. Sorry, that got me excited more than it should have done. But yeah, best starting teams, right? For me, I would go Guardians. So if I just narrow this down. Also, a small little UI thing that I love, you can actually select multiple things. So I'm going to click Guardian here. But if there are multiple things within that faction, so if like say you want just a blaster Guardian, a blaster is the same as an attacker pretty much. I can also select blaster, and it'll narrow it down to just Rocket Raccoon. So another thing Galaxy of Heroes could work on, but I feel like I'm ranting more than I should be here. So, as you've seen the films, 6 Guardians, there could be more if they expand it obviously, but at the moment they're focusing on just these 6. And I've got Gamora, who's just hidden behind my head, Rocket Raccoon, Mantis, Groot, and Drax, all at 5 stars, and I would like to take them to 6, so I might consider that at some point. The difficulty is, as you can see, the shards are immense in this game. To get to the actual amount of shards you need to get to 5-star is 130. That's just from 4 to 5-star. Then 5 to 6-star it's 200, and then for 6 to 7-star it's 300. So it is an immense amount of shards you need to get characters up a star level. So it is why I've stopped at 5-star on quite a few. I want to try and build my roster up in general. But at some point I'm going to have to stop up, going for different squads and essentially go, right, this is my main team. I'm taking them to 7. And this is the one I think I will take, because Star-Lord, I should get him 5-star in the next 4 days now. And when that happens, I will try and build this team up as big and as powerful as I can get it. It probably won't be that arena meta. I'll struggle in arena, but it will help me in so many other game modes, which is the key thing to keep in mind about this game. Certain teams have certain purposes within the game. So Guardians, they are brilliant in the raids. If I just click on Mantis, for instance, it actually says in a kit. Let me just check, is it this one? No, it's the ultimate ability, I believe. There we go. In raids, transfer 1 to 2 negative effects from both self and that ally to the primary target. So you just get little things like that where it says, alright, this character is designed to be used in a raid. if I go quickly to Wakandans, because they are another specific faction that come to mind. I click on Wakandan. Again, there are benefits. So if I go on Shuri, who was a legendary character. And if I go on Kimoyo Healing, I believe. Nope, instant upgrade. I know it's one of them. Wakanda Forever. There we go. In raids, self and all Wakandan allies gain plus 20% max health. In raids, when self or any ally drops below 50% max health, gain deflect. Okay, so I won't go into the specific terms as far as what terms are used in this game, but you can obviously tell raid specific. And there are war defense, war offense specific ones as well. I believe that the power armor team are war defense specific, although they might be offense, and similarly shield are. So just things to keep in mind. If you're building a team up, think where you're going to use them. The way I see it, I'm going to use Guardians in Arena, but they'll be good in raids. So for me, it's a win-win situation. Hopefully I have covered enough for a very blast of a intro video. But let me know in the comments if there are things that I haven't covered, because like I say, I've tried to cover as many things as possible in a short amount of time, but I know I've probably missed things, so please let me know. If you go and play the game, let me know, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye, folks.